Finally, the wait is over. The Premier League is back, and the 2026-27 season promises to be one of the most fascinating campaigns we have ever seen in years. New managers, promoted clubs, new faces, huge expectations, and of course, the question everybody wants answered: can Arsenal defend their Premier League crown? The new season officially gets underway on Friday, August 21st, with Arsenal hosting Coventry City. So today, we are breaking down 11 things you need to know before the Premier League season begins. Number 1. The champions are back. Let's start with the biggest story. Arsenal are Premier League champions. After years of coming close, Arsenal finally ended their long wait for the title last season, finishing ahead of Manchester City. Now comes an even bigger challenge. Can Arteta's side do it again? Winning one Premier League title is difficult. Defending it can be even harder. Arsenal will now enter every stadium as the champions, and every opponent will want to take points from them. The pressure has changed. The expectations have changed, and now we get to see whether Arsenal can turn one great season into a new era of dominance. 2. A record number of managerial changes. One of the biggest talking points going into this season is the number of managerial changes. 9 Premier League clubs have new managers or managers who have moved clubs, which is a record number of off-season. That means several clubs will be starting completely new projects. Chelsea have Xabi Alonso. Liverpool have Adnai Iloula. Manchester City have Enzo Marescas. Newcastle have Matthias Jace. Crystal Palace have PLC. Fulham have Alvaro Abello. Ipswich have Gary O'Neill. Nottingham Forest have Oliver Glasner. And Bournemouth have Marco Rose. That is a massive amount of tactical change. And the big question is, which manager will adapt the fastest? 3. Arsenal's title defense. For Arsenal supporters, this is the season everybody has been waiting for. Last season, the Gunners finally got their hands on the Premier League trophy. But now, they have to prove it wasn't one-off. Arteta has built a side with experience, tactical identity, and confidence. The challenge will be maintaining consistency across 38 matches while also dealing with European football and the pressure of being champions. Arsenal's opening match is particularly interesting. The host newly promoted Coventry City on Friday last night. It is a perfect opportunity to make a statement, but football doesn't follow scripts. Coventry will arrive with nothing to lose, and that makes the opening game fascinating. 4. 3 new teams are in the Premier League. There are also 3 new faces in the competition. Coventry City, Hull City, and Ipswich Town have been promoted from the Championship. For Coventry, this is especially historic. The club returns to Premier League for the first time since the 2000-2001 season. Imagine waiting 25 years for another chance to play among England's elite. Now Coventry have it. Hull are also back, and Ipswich return to the top flight with a dream of establishing them permanently. But the Premier League is unforgiving. The 3 promoted clubs will need points immediately. 5. Who will win the title? This could be one of the most unpredictable title races in years. Arsenal enter as champions. Manchester City will want their crown back. Liverpool remain a major force. Chelsea beginning another new project. And Manchester United will be hoping their own rebuild finally starts producing results. Then there are clubs like Newcastle and Aston Villa who could potentially disrupt the traditional title contenders. That is the $1,000,000 question. Could Arsenal go back to back? Could Manchester City return to the top? Could Liverpool surprise everybody? Or could one of the big clubs make a dramatic challenge. 6. The race for the top 4. Don't forget about the Champions League race. Finishing in the top 4 or securing one of the available Champions League places could completely change the future of a club. Manchester United, Chelsea, Newcastle, Aston Villa and Tottenham will have ambitions of competing near the top. And because several teams have new managers, we could see unexpected teams challenging the established order. One thing is almost guaranteed. The fight for Europe is going to be brutal. 7. The promoted clubs face a huge battle. Historically, promotion is only half the challenge. Survival is the real test. Coventry, Hull and Ipswich have 38 matches ahead of them. They will have to compete against some of the biggest clubs in the world of football, and they cannot afford to wait until April or May before finding their form. Every home match will matter. Every point against a direct relegation rival could be priceless. And remember what happened last season. Leeds survived comfortably while Sunderland went all the way to the 7th and qualified for Europe. So perhaps one of the promoted teams could surprise everyone again. 9, 8. The new managers to watch. If you love tactics, this season, the Premier League season is going to be fascinating. Xabi Alonso at Chelsea immediately attracts attention. He has already established himself as one of the most exciting young coaches in European football. Then there is Adnai Iola at Liverpool. Manchester City beginning a new chapter under Enzo Maresca is another massive storyline. And at Newcastle, Matthias Gisel takes over the huge expectations. Premier League is becoming a battlefield of different football philosophies. Possession, high pressing, counter-attacking football, high defensive lines, low blocks. The tactical battles could be just as important as the players themselves. 9. The superstars. And of course, none of this would matter without the players. The Premier League remains home to some of the biggest stars in world football. Erling Haaland, Bruno Fernandes, Cole Palmer, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, and many more. The question is, who will dominate the individual awards this season? Who wins the Golden Boot? Who gets the most assists? Who becomes the breakout star? And which young player suddenly becomes a household name? Every season gives us unexpected heroes. 2026-27 will be no different. 10. The opening fixtures. The first weekend already gives us some big matches. Arsenal begin against Coventry. Manchester United travel to face Hull City. Brentford host Tottenham. Manchester City face Bournemouth. Newcastle take on Liverpool. Fulham play Chelsea. And Brighton meets Aston Villa. This is an incredible way to begin the campaign. And remember, you don't win the Premier League in August, but you can certainly make life much harder for yourself if you start badly. 11. The question: who will surprise us? Finally, let's talk about the unpredictable part of football. Every Premier League season produces a surprise package. A team nobody expected to challenge suddenly starts winning. A player nobody was talking about becomes a superstar. The manager suddenly finds the perfect system. And sometimes a relegation favorite survives against all odds. So, will be this season's surprise team? Who will be this season's surprise team? Could it be Sunderland building on their incredible 7th place finish? Could Newcastle finally challenge consistently for the title? Could one of the promoted teams stay up comfortably? Or will another club completely shock the football world? That is what makes the Premier League special. You simply don't know what is going to happen. So, there you have it. 11 things you need to know ahead of the 2026-27 Premier League season. The champions are ready to defend their crown. The challengers are coming. 3 promoted clubs are ready to test themselves against the best. 9 clubs have new managerial projects. and millions of fans around the world are preparing for another unpredictable season. The opening match is almost here, so now I want to hear from you. Who will win the Premier League this season? Will Arsenal defend their title? Will Manchester City take it back? Could Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United and Newcastle surprise everybody? And which team do you think will be relegated? Drop your predictions in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more Premier League news, previews, analysis and match updates. The Premier League is back and the battle for the crown starts.